I've never actually had like my own personal garage space. You know, I've been a mechanic for a long time, and I've always worked on everybody else's car, but I've never had the opportunity to build my own car. You know, that's how this whole thing started. My favorite thing is to make custom parts. On this car alone, I have like 3 or 4 parts that I made. Nothing crazy, but for me, starting at zero 6 years ago, um, little steps. You know, first it was getting all my tools, and you know, finally in a decent place where you know we don't have a garage, but I could at least put one up. It's not the greatest, but for me, this is like I'm so grateful to have this. I'm working on a way to keep it a little warmer during the winter. I'm actually going to make a used oil heater for all the excess oil that we use coming out of the cars. We can actually use that to warm the garage during the winter. But the spec on the car was exactly what I was looking for. Even though there was damage, I got it at a good enough price, low enough mileage to where, yeah, now we got it. But we've gone over the entire drivetrain, replaced most sensors and solenoids, every fluid. So I'm pumped. Can't wait to really get this build going. So if you haven't followed the build, I got the car about 2 years ago, and we've basically rebuilt so much of the car. Um, you know, not everything is new, but just about everything has come off, been cleaned or rebuilt in some way, refreshed, and there's tons of new parts that have gone on the car. Every piece of the clutch has come out and been replaced new. So now I want to get the body squared away, get it to look halfway decent. We're not going to paint it because we're probably going to bang it up, but I at least want to get like the rust and stuff repaired, the major stuff. So I'm going to get to that. I'm going to go through that today. I'm going to show you guys exactly what we're doing. So basically we're going to fix all the body work, sand it down, prime it, and we'll probably wrap it, just because if it gets some more damage, it's much easier to rewrap a portion of the car than it is to get it repainted, and quite a bit less expensive. So until maybe the final rendition of the car, it'll get painted, or I'm good enough to not smack into things with it. So the doors are in. This door is in perfect condition. The mirrors are in good condition. The side skirts are good. It's mostly the underneath stuff, so I'm gonna go in and replace all the clips, redo all the underneath stuff that holds in the side skirts. So this is where the damage that I caused. There's a little bit of you see right here, and we'll pull that out. I'm not worried about that. This is the damage that I caused. So we had just got the bumper, and we're gonna get a new trunk lid. This is the main part of the damage that this I got the kink out, and this is okay, but this is the one part that I really wish didn't happen, but you know, shit happens. Alright, so we got the lights, the bumper off, and so as you can see, like, this is the corner that I had to pull all back out, and like I'm still working it back into shape so everything fits. Like, I gotta square off this corner a little bit so the bumper fits in here a little bit better. I got this bolt in here right now with a nut on the backside holding it all nice and tight. I'm gonna pull out the welder, clean this up with a wire wheel, and then I'm gonna put some spot welds, but I'm gonna spot weld everything, and not necessarily, actually not spot weld. I'm gonna weld all the seams, but by spot welding. You know, you'll see what I mean when I do it, because the metal is separating, and I want this, you know, I want to keep the integrity strong. And even with the bolt in there, everything feels much better. It's not all floppy, and to reshape this, I need it to be nice and stiff. So this hole we just drilled, that's the one for the rib nut, and this is an existing hole. I just have to, this hole was used for on the bracket
on the OEM bracket. This is the one I drilled, and then this is that hole. So if you look, mine had the bolt and it rusted and snapped. So I'm gonna grind and drill out this and then put a riv nut here, so I don't have my two there, so I don't have to drill another hole up here. So they'll be close, but that'll be plenty. These are super strong. I love these riv nuts. They work amazing on any sort of thin metal. Instead of having to like hold a nut back there or something or anywhere like that, I use these, especially for mounting body parts like bumpers. It works so good. And like, I literally had 3 of these in the bumper in just this spot, and it held the bumper so tight. I didn't even necessarily have to make mounts for down here, but I made mounts that go. You see this right here. So I had another one of these flipped around. So this, I'm gonna put a riv nut right up in here, and I just had one sitting in it before. And then this piece right here holds the corner of the bumper, which I'll show you. This is just a basic idea design of what I'm gonna do. But then this goes in the hole like that, and then this threads on there like so. Like that, and you can sandwich it in there, and that holds the bumper really nice and tight right there. And then this threads up into the rear actual frame of the car. So, and you can adjust the height, anything you need, because it's fully threaded in and out. So we gotta refine this a little bit for this and this side. So you actually can't see most of the work that we actually have to do. So there's a spot under this fender right here in the front that's rotted, so I'm going to cut it out and replace it, along with this spot right here. I'm going to the piece partially shaped out, I'm going to finish shaping it, and then we're going to put it in, cut out the section, and get that welded in. And we have this little spot on the door, and it's rusty because I started cleaning it up weeks ago. And yeah, now that we have the garage, we can finally get it done. So yeah, we have this spot, so this door is going to come off. I'm going to take it all apart, and when I start the doors, I'm going to basically gut the doors, and not sure if I'm going to make door cards or what yet. But these doors are extremely heavy, and I could lose 150 pounds off the car by gutting the doors. And then up front, as you can see, I remounted everything because a lot of old factory clips are just janky, and I like stuff that is secure and I don't have to worry about it flying off in the fucking wind. So yeah, all my stuff is riv nutted and bolted in, and these are all stainless, and they have the rubber grommets on them, so that when you're driving it, you can't, it's not vibrating. It kind of gives it a cushion to keep the shit from vibrating all over the place. It's the same thing that I used for the trunk rear seat delete, all the bolts for that, and the trunk, because if you didn't know, the trunk is completely gone in this car. Alright, yeah, check it out. So as you can see, it's a little dirty because I still have to close it off, and the aluminum's getting a little oxidized. Alright, so we're pulling the rear bumper off, and I like to pull the lights out first, just because, actually I think I have to, yeah I have to, because there's bolts. I riv nut and bolt right in here. Not everything's in because this was just mock-up. I still have some stuff to finish. Yeah, here. 1 and 2 on this side, and then 3 over here. So, yeah, as you can see in here, that bolt right there is right here. So that's what sucks this up. There's a bolt here on the inside, and then I have one here and here that I need to fix. And if you look right here, this is the corner that was messed up, so I've been fixing and reshaping this corner. Now this is the line up, this is a little clip that lines up the bumper. So I have a rib nut in the bumper right here. So I gotta mark and drill it out on both sides, and I actually think I want to put a second one. So there'll be 2 here, 1 here, and 1 in the front. So there'll be 2 rib nuts in each side. So there'll be 1 here and 1 here, and then 1 here and 1 here. So pulling it up and pulling it in. And we just have a little bit of reshaping to do right here and in this corner, which isn't bad. You know, and I'm not mad if it's not perfect, because ideally this year we'll take this thing out, have fun with it, and then depending, you know, who knows what's gonna happen. If it gets messed up, then we'll find a shell and we'll swap all the stuff over, because I mean, this is a good motor. It's not crazy high miles, and yeah, so, or you know, who knows, we'll see. So yeah, to pull these headlight or tail lights out. All right. All right, guys, check it out. Yeah, so that's all we're gonna cover for today. I just really wanted to give you guys an overview of where we're at. But from here on out, it's just gonna be all technical videos and the rebuilding of the car and everything that I'm doing and customizing along the way. If you guys want me to do a video on all the mods that I've done, let me know down in the comments, and we'll do a full mod list on this car, because I think the mods that I've done to it have completely changed the car, and made it from like a laggy daily driver to a really responsive, you know, a really responsive streetable drift car, so that way I can drive it to and from the track, you know, because I don't have a trailer. So yeah, that's really what we were trying to accomplish, and I think we did a good job. So if you want to know all the technical stuff and everything we've done so far, let me know. But yeah, until the next one, guys, peace.
Okay.